Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVDA Analysis and Assessment. NVIDIA is under pressure since past few days and lots of volatility we notice on NVIDIA and overall AI sector in past few days. In this video, we'll discuss the reasons behind NVIDIA's volatility and also we'll discuss if Nvidia can continue to go down. We'll also take a look what technical charts suggest about Nvidia's stock price movement in the future. Now, let's get started. So you see that Nvidia went down about 8.5% yesterday and it closed at 120.15. Last 5 days Nvidia is down about 14.18%. But you can notice two things. Just after the earnings, you see that Nvidia had a jump and tried to touch 135. And just before the earnings, you see the same behavior. So this tells that, Nvidia was trying to get some momentum after the earnings, but it could not sustain around 135. It had to come down. I will discuss Nvidia financials and Nvidia's future outlook regarding their earnings, margins, and overall revenue in detail in my video that I'm going to post over the weekend. But in short, Nvidia's overall earnings call was not too bad. There are lots of positive in that call. So Nvidia is going down not because of the earnings or the future outlook is not good for Nvidia. The uncertainty and the volatility around Nvidia and overall AI sector in last few days is due to Trump tariff that gonna be imposed starting next week. And also Trump is planning to impose another 10% tariff on China. And besides that, the export restriction that Trump is planning is also causing the market to go down. I guess most of you already know this tariff and the export restriction are causing the market to go down. But as a trader and as an investor, what is the takeaway for us and what should we be doing in the next few days? Should we sell our stocks? Should we hold it? Or should we take this an opportunity to buy more NVIDIA stocks? We'll discuss further in our technical chart session. Now, let's take a look technical charts. You see 180-day hourly interval chart on your screen and also the Fibonacci levels. And I showed you these Fibonacci levels before the earnings in my previous videos. And I told you guys that 121 is a good support level for Nvidia. And after that, the strongest support is 112. And few weeks ago when I posted this chart, I mentioned that 112 is a strong support level and Nvidia should not go below 112. And you see that Nvidia came down to 112 level early this month, okay, but it could not go further down. So at this point, Nvidia is trading around 120. I have the same opinion that if Nvidia goes down, then it should test 112 level, and that 112 level is again a very strong level. I'm not expecting again Nvidia to break a 112 level anytime soon. But if Nvidia goes down to 112 level, in my opinion, that would be a good buy point. We can buy more Nvidia stock if that happens. Because eventually the situation will improve. Because you know that the annual GTC conference is going to start from March 17th, and historically speaking, around that time frame, Nvidia gets a positive momentum. So if Nvidia does not go up in next few days or next week, probably before the GTC conference, I'm more than positive that Nvidia will get positive momentum. And if you talk about me, I'm still holding Nvidia stocks. Some of Nvidia stocks I bought around 149. That happened few months ago. And some of the stocks I bought around 139. That also happened probably a month or 2 months ago. And the final transaction I made was around 130. That happened sometime last week. So my break even is around 135, but I'm not too much worried at this point because I think that eventually Nvidia should get positive momentum or should bounce back. The reason I say this, Nvidia's overall financial picture and the growth outlook is not that bad as they presented in the earnings call this week. So these headwinds and the volatility is caused by the outside factors, that I just mentioned in the beginning of this call. And those are tariffs and the export restrictions planned on the GPUs or the chips from Trump administration on China and Taiwan. Now let's take a look some news regarding Nvidia. All day today I was watching and looking at different news regarding Nvidia and overall AI chip sector. Besides Trump tariff and export restriction plan, I see that most of the analysts, have not reduced price target for Nvidia for this year, and that's a very positive sign. For example, Bank of America. So they still think that Nvidia is going in the right direction. So this says that Nvidia is competitively valued. Another one that is from Davidson, and they maintain neutral on Nvidia and still maintain $135 price target. So they did not reduce their price target for Nvidia. Another one you see here, and that's from this guy, Cantor Fitzgerald, and they maintain overweight on Nvidia and also have $200 price target for Nvidia. Another one, and that's from Price Securities, they maintain buy on Nvidia and raises the price target to 205. Another one, and that's from Morgan Stanley, and you see that they still maintain overweight on Nvidia and raises the price target to 162. And regarding Bank of America, they also have the price target of 200 on Nvidia, and they have not reduced the price target yet. And this one, that's from Benchmark, and they also have the price target on Nvidia at 190. They slightly reduced it from 195 to 190, but not much. And this guy, that's Bernstein, and they raised the price target to 185 from 175. This guy, Fubon, and they adjusted the price target to 180 from 200. So basically, they reduced it. And another one, and that's from the German bank, that's Deutsche Bank, and they raised the price target from 140 to 145. And most of the time, historically speaking, they are more realistic when they do price target for any company. So in my opinion, 195, 220, or 200 kind of be more optimistic. I would say overly optimistic. Nvidia is not gonna go and touch 200 anytime soon, but 145 level looks to me more realistic. So Deutsche Bank, does a good job in presenting their price target for different companies. Another one that I missed, and that's this one, and that's from Needham. Needham reiterates buy on Nvidia, maintains $160 price target. Rosenblatt also maintains buy on Nvidia, maintains $220 price target. So 220, as I mentioned, looks to me too high at this point. So as you notice, overall, most of the analysts still maintain the high price target for Nvidia, and most of them have the price target of above 160. Okay, so so that means that financially speaking, all these analysts in the financial sector are positive about Nvidia's future outlook. Okay, otherwise they would have dropped the price target. So that's another reason that gives me some confidence that these headwinds are temporary and should go away in next few weeks once we have more clarity around the Trump tariff plan and also the export restrictions plan from Trump administration on China and Taiwan. And another important event that's gonna happen in the morning on Friday, and that is PC index. Okay, and that's very important at this point because due to those tariff things, market is expecting that inflation will come back, and PC index is an indicator that Fed officials uses in their calculation. And for this cycle, the year-over-year change is expected 2.5%. The last time it was 2.6%. So, and the core PC 0.3% and year over year 2.6% versus last cycle 2.8%. So if the PC index comes higher than the forecast, that won't be a good news for the market, and we'll see market more under pressure after that. So that's all about my assessment and my views regarding Nvidia stock prices at this point and the future direction. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more in the next video. Take care.